Watch how you talking to me. Watch how you talking to me. Watch how you talking to me. Watch how you talk. Watch how you talking to me. Watch how you talking to me. Watch how you talking to me. Watch how you talk. Have you ever seen snowfall in the six? Have you ever seen snowfall in the six? Have you ever seen a snowfall in the six? Fall in the six. Have you ever seen a snowfall in the six? Have you ever seen a snowfall in the six? Have you ever seen a snowfall in the six? Fall in the six. Have you ever seen a snowfall in the six? Have you ever seen a snowfall in the six? Have you ever seen a snowfall in the six? If I knew back then what I knew right now, I'd be on right now. I'm the nigga right now. I'm the nigga right now. Got your bitch right now. Since you want it right now, getting litty right now. Wanna take me right now, outside right now. Please do not get in my face. You know that I'm riding no whip. I just needed my space. I drink it straight with no chase. Love when you making that face. Living out a suitcase. Annie, are you okay? I fuck you good the long way. Watch how you talking to me. 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 Have you ever seen a snowfall in the six? Have you ever seen a snowfall in the six? Have you ever seen a snowfall in the six?
She's a keeper, legs like Serena, strong like Xena, turn into a screamer. She's a dancer, money from Atlanta. She's a cancer, phone ring, no answer. I'm getting litty, mixed dirty with the Fanta. My life a movie, I always got a camera. I'm at Cabana, she sucking my banana. Ooh, na-na. If we never met, I'm there right now. Put a bullet in my head right now.
Yeah, I'm living off of moonlight, moonlight. Talking but you don't fight. About a new life. Even when I'm wrong, you know I'm still right. On another level, reach a new height. I used to hit the block just in all white. No, I can't bless it for my gun mind. Have you ever seen a snowfall in the six? Have you ever seen a snowfall in the six? Have you ever seen a snowfall in the six? Fall in the six. Have you ever seen a snowfall in the six? Have you ever seen a snowfall in the six? Have you ever seen a snowfall in the six? Fall in the six. Yeah, I'm living off of moonlight, moonlight. Have you ever seen a snowfall in the six? What I know right now, what I know right now, if I knew right now, what I knew right now, I be on 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 right now. Watch how you talking to me. Watch how you talking to me. Watch how you talking to me. Watch how you talk. Watch how you talking to me. Watch how you talking to me. Watch how you talking to me. Watch how you talk. Have you ever seen snowfall in the six? Have you ever seen snowfall in the six? Have you ever seen a snowfall in the six? Fall in the six. Have you ever seen a snowfall in the six? Have you ever seen a snowfall in the six? Have you ever seen...
What's going on? No, that looks good. Okay. Yo, here, hey, yo. At the end of chapter 2, we saw us kill a guy that looked like Mr. Lou. And in chapter 8 or 9, we learned he survived and went to the water, and that's who we saw at the end of the chapter. Do you think it's someone different? I didn't get a chance to give you my theory. It seems like Lou's lookalike and Neo are all connected. My theory is that they're V clones. Interesting. Pretty good chapter, in my opinion. I feel like Ish will pop off in the next couple of chapters. It looks like we're building up. We're kind of, still in that building up phase, if you know what I mean. Setup, if you will. You guys love setup chapters. Also, it looks like the Crown game will be pretty different from what we saw in the main series. Pretty excited. I still think that's Gustang's daughter, especially now. I don't think it's Anne. I really don't. But I could be wrong. You never know. Now, before I even get into anything, I have beef with the Canadian government, the system, and the Ministry of Finance. What the hell is wrong with y'all? Y'all took $200 from my bank account for no reason and said, oops. Charge back? What did you charge to me? I want to fight. Y'all thought I wouldn't notice. I'm broke. If someone takes 10 cents from me, I notice. Okay? Leave me alone. Had me running around like a chicken with his head cut off, going to the bank and on the phone, going to all the different branches. I can't stand you people. I really can't. Anyways, back to Tower of God. Beef over. Sorry. Lou has an X on the front of the shirt, and the washed Ashore guy has the X in the back of his shirt. It can't be. What if it's double-sided? Because the design on the front and the back. Feels like we're in for the long haul with the spinoff. I think so too at this point. Now I don't know. My 16 chapter to 22 chapter prediction is right. This could be like 40 chapters, honestly. Agreed. I'm here for it. Gotta love the government in any country. Canadian IRS, Clovernaya, that is crazy. I'm so sick and tired of them. I'm just so tired. They always playing with me. And only when I start to get angry. Okay, oh sir, calm down. I came here nice, calm. I was cordial. I was respectful. I explained myself perfectly. Y'all want to dick me around. Okay, now I'm angry. Now it's angry black man time. Don't make me a stereotype and then call me out the stereotype. Help me. I'm nothing wrong but wake up and lose $200 for no reason. We might have like 300 chapters of a wreck before season 4. You think so? That'll be crazy. If this runs for like a year straight, no break, that would be insane. I'm not mad at it though. I'm not mad at it. I get wanting a cohesive story, but I feel like SIU wants a slower paced story like season 1. I'm here for it though. I have no problem with the IV drip as long as it's interesting and my time investment pays off in the end. That's all I've ever really cared about. So I like the chapter this week. It wasn't anything super mega crazy, but the Danzon fight is going to happen. I think the most interesting parts were Mazino being like, listen, there's nothing more I could learn as a fisherman. Help me create a baang and learn Shinshu control. And I think there's an interesting conversation to be had with Bam versus Mazino, control versus power. We'll circle back to that. And the fact that Mazino looked at Rehab's Shinsu, devouring his Shinsu of light, and he feels like it's similar to those that devour the light, that swallow the light. The denizens of darkness, your phantom minimum or whatever. Could Rehab's current schemes and machinations have something to do with that? That remains to be seen. We'll figure it out soon, but I found it all very interesting. So those were the things that moved me the most. I also found it interesting that when he said, you guys are not on my level, both the princess and Mazino was like, what the hell did he say? Like, you'd think maybe a princess with more knowledge about the tower and stuff would see a high ranker or test chief supervisor or chief test supervisor and be like, there's levels to this. Is she already like ranker level? Interesting stuff. I do think that argument may work in the favor of this being Gustang and Blossom's daughter, if that's the case. I still don't think it's her though. Low key, let SIU give us 100 chapters of my Urek. I'm here. You're not complaining, by the way? Yep. Naya about to crash out and have a ninja moment. I'm too old for that, so I never do. But like, my voice and demeanor got stern and more serious. Because at first I made it like, hey, you know, I'm trying to figure out what's going on, and they kept playing with me, and now I'm like, I need answers. Where did the light just go? What the heck? Oh, there we go. Okay. Where was I? Urek has a pocket confirmed this chap. Wait, did we see Urek'S pocket? I saw rehabs. Oh, was it later on when he was oh, yes, because things sent it to him. So he got one off screen. Yes, confirmed. Urek'S side story will be over 100 chapters. Evelyn was in the flip phone position. She's really related to Traumare. I forgot about the Evelyn thing. What's going on with that? Do you think that's just a lack of control over her animal ability? Or is she like cursed to like make animals crash out? And most importantly, okay, hold on, no. This was hilarious to me. Okay, so look at this. Look. This was funny to me. So peep this, right? She over here pressuring her. Touch the animal. Do it. Yeah, your bloodline. Zopobia. Right? This is the cutest. What is a corgi? A golden retriever? What is this? A porge? A porge. I don't know. A porge? That's not a thing. I don't know dog breeds. But she's like, do it. Touch it. Now, it looks like the dog went berserk, was belligerent, and then attacked the rancor. With all due respect and with all seriousness, do you think this little dog was such a danger to this rancor that she had to pack it up like this? This was excessive and overkill. There was absolutely no reason for all that. You were not in danger. You could have dodged the dog. You could have subdued it. You could have, I don't know, fast skip, anything. Pomeranian? There you go. That's what I was thinking of. Pomeranian. Like, what? PETA. She did it. Right there. Her. PETA, go get her. Handle that, PETA. That's animal cruelty. We don't like that. Anyways, I was like, was that necessary? I don't think it was. But anyways. Mr. Dog and his smoke Shinsu look cool as F. I like that he let Mazino still participate even though he's not a wave controller. I like that too. Someone, I think Chief brought it up in chat, reminded me of Morel from Hunter x Hunter, Deep Purple. I think Baskerville will be the one to teach Urek how to channel his Shinsu into percentage. Ooh, I like that. Like when he uses 10 or even 25. I want Evelyn to control the boss dolphin. Evan, that's interesting. I like that. Maybe through that she learns her ability and how to control it better. Neo realizing he ain't much of a genius as Urek entertained me. It was. People. Someone in my chat had said earlier, could this be another rehash or a different version of the whole moment when Lore goes to Bam and is like, boom, make a bang, boom. He goes, looks at Ho and be like, that's talent, and just walks away and goes to sleep. Do you think Neo could possibly get jealous of Mazino's innate ability? What do you guys think? Pomeranian. What if Evelyn has high potential anima compared to Traumare? She just overcharges them without controlling the result, unlike Traumare, who amps the branch family's animals when he uses them. I think that makes a lot of sense to me. Like, it could just be that she has no control of it and she's giving it too much power without really the control. I think that makes sense. I think it does. I think Evelyn will control the Dolphin Queen. Evelyn just needs a strong creature. Something that can handle the amount of power she's putting into her. And if the thing is rancor level, as Danzon was saying, yeah. I just think the dog was too out of control and she's like, F it, and killed it. Even I wouldn't do that. Even I. Like, I'm mean to animals. But my point is, like, usually when I see, like, these things happen, I'm not like, oh no, the dog. I'm like, pup got put down. But this was the first time I was like, was that necessary? I'm finna call PETA. I'm finna snitch. Where did the dog come from? If it belonged to the rancor, then I don't know. Maybe it had perfect IVs. Pokemon. This chapter had me hyped and sad. Why sad? Why sad? The dog? Pack up all the dogs. This was Yama's father. His DNA was from this dog. In Goat Woman defense, it could have been caught off guard and reaction. What can you do if someone puts... What can you put some in the face if you get jump scared? Okay, maybe she's reacted. That's a fair assessment. This regular batch is just cracked. I don't think it's necessary to necessarily control. She needs to learn. I think she needs stronger animal. Terry was a legend. Lou leveled up thanks to his teaching. Heidi did nothing. I said that on stream. I was like, look at our boy Terry Rohan. Good teacher. Look at the form, the technique, the flick of the wrist when throwing the spear. That is number 3 in Will Hike's son. Put respect on his name. Look at that. Look. Hold on. Here you go. Look. By the way, I definitely think this dude is a Lopobia. I mean, a Pobadao. He even kind of looks like Gustang a little bit. Turtleneck, dressed sharply, nice shoes, the glasses, the hair color, hairstyle. But yeah, here. Look at him. Yeah. Bing! Bullseye! Look at him. She over there clapping. You did not help. That is Mr. Terry Rohan all the way over here, putting that work in. That's my man's. That's the GOAT. Are all regular batches with the regulars cracked? I wouldn't be surprised if there's some weird fate, destiny thing tied to it that they actually climb with people who are inborn tower habitants level of gifted, not necessarily a regular outside the tower gifted. I'm starting to see a pattern there. Because think like Loose Leck and Quadrado traveling with the 13 Great Warriors and whatnot, and they're nice and they're born in the tower. I'm with you. I think that's totally possible. Urek walking around with Neo and Terry like his goons was kind of hard to me. Oh, when he walked by the princess, let me see. He did look a little like, oh wait, he could even make a bang 2 days ago. He's a man loved by Shinsu. So okay, this is the princess's little squad, little trio. We got a baddie on the left, baddie in the middle. I think a muscular tall baddie on the right. I'm not sure. And then there's Mazino'S crew. Hoodie on, shorts, the combat. Army pants with the combat boots, Guns N' Roses t-shirt, tight fitted, muscular. You got the boy with the long flowing hair, Neo. 2 little side parts. He got his turtleneck tucked into the baggy pants. He looked clean. Yeah, that's a squad, man. That's a squad. That's a gang. I'm with you. What if he's a Tupuri and they're another family of nerds? That'd be interesting. What do you guys think the two Paris kind of gimmick would be? So we have Jian Sula, lightning users for, the Kun family, flame user, flame user for the Yeon family, whatever. We got swords and needles for the RD and RDA family. Text to life, scripture to reality for the Pobadao family, plus liking literature and being cerebral, I guess, for them. Yeah. And Kuns tend to be manipulative, conniving, and underhanded and sneaky. What do you think the two Paris gimmick is? The God Eye, the opera. What do you guys think it is? A Baki character on the right. I think irregulars bring out the best in Towerborns. I like that. Zeke 2.0 putting in work for young Lou. Zeke from an ordinary? Chill. Zeke is goated. Maybe it's all hate on doing the cracking cracking the batches when irregulars are involved. And what if part of the reason Rehab decided to up the difficulty is because he thinks that, I don't think this is the reason, but maybe seeing the Shinsu of that quality in the floor was well, they should be able to handle the Mother Queen. There's also a Princess of Zahard here, Interesting stuff. Baki character on the right. They definitely raised the level. It's like a gifted athlete changing the game and others trying to catch up. So Steph starting to just rain 3-pointers like meteors on the league, and everybody else starting to shoot deeper, shoot more threes. Yeah. And get better at shooting them too. I think Urek picked his team off drip, but he just calling it salt. What if irregulars soften the contracts on the regulars that climb with them, allowing them to grow faster? So their ability to circumvent the Shinsu contracts per administrator almost unshackles them a little bit more. So if their potential was to only get to level 50, the level cap, being within a regular might allow you to get to 60. Maybe not 100, but 60, which was better than your natural potential. I think that's an interesting thought process, actually, a thought experiment to have. Why is the art style more solo level-esque and less TOG-ish? You think so? Does anyone else have that same sentiment? What do you guys think? Does it look more soul leveling to me? I don't know. It's hard. I don't think so. I don't think it does necessarily to me, but I could be wrong. Because SIU is using the spin-off to experiment with his art. Okay. Acting or music related? Acting or music related? Interesting. Tupuri special eyes and lighthouses. Eyes and lighthouses. You think they have like ocular abilities? Like their eyes will all like I can see through solid objects. I can see I have a Byakugan. I can see your skeletal and bone structure. You know, well that's kind of still X-ray. You know what I mean though? Like I wonder that'd be pretty cool if they had like ocular abilities. Your Sharingans, your Rinnegan's, your Byakugans, your sixth path of reincarnation, Ala Ardokudo Mukudo from Katekyo Hitman Reborn, Lelouch v Britannia, the Gies. I think Tupuri family has hacks and creeps who spies on everyone in the tower. I don't know why I just think Tupuri family were a bunch of short, hunched over guys in the lighthouse. That's funny. You are confusing with the Hendo blood matter family. I think Rahab is trying to kill Urek without getting in trouble, so raising difficulty, have Danzan kill him as a scapegoat. That makes sense. When will TOG return? Will be great having both stories update. I don't think he's going to do both at the same time. If you know anything about SIU, his wrist and his work ethic has actually caused him a lot of pain in his wrist and whatnot. To the point that a lot of the breaks he took was because he was hurt. Him doing a spin-off alongside the main series is too much. I think he will pause the spin-off to return to the main series. Tupuri are the Uchiha of Tower of God. Yeah, ocular BS, Naruto type beat. I'm wondering if there's any restrictions on the number of Shinsu properties for one person. We know Edwin has several. I don't know if there's a limit. But I think certain people either have the aptitude to have more than one or just have more than one. Because, yes, by the hidden floor, Kunadon had 3 Shinsu qualities. That's true. There aren't. It's not like Shinsu isn't capable of lovable, dumb, ocular BS. I'm perfectly fine with not seeing season 4 for a while. I'm having a lot of fun with the Urek'S story. I'm with you. I'm in no rush if we're going to keep moving down this path for the time being. Obviously, if it stops, yeah, I want the main series to come back. So, yeah. How did you guys even feel about this chapter in general? Like, were you high on it, low on it? You had a couple of things to nibble on, sink your teeth into. I would say it's similar to last week, but with chapter 9, Urek'S Ascent, chapter 9, but with more things to sink my fangs into. The restriction on Shinsu qualities is that additional ones are increasingly difficult to develop. Yeah, I agree with that. Tell SIU to wank less while holding up the phone. It will help the wrist pain. That's crazy. He drawing with one hand is crazy. So I think the remixing of the Crown game is interesting because even the original Crown game for Tower of God, I think the rules were the same, but it was just done on, let me see. It was just done on a different floor. The floor where a Van Kel has like the initial test on top of, like the test where Mazino had to like kill everybody before a time limit. And then Bam had to do something similar. By the way, if you haven't watched my actually I'm gonna pull it up here. Go peep these if you haven't. Did Urek and Jihad meet? The 2 strong argument and the founding of Walhike Sun. Go peep those if you haven't. And my chapter 8 review if you want. Crown game. The original Crown game 2 years ago. Was it the exact same like rules? I know it was on this floor. Like, give me a second.
Oh wait.
Yeah, and couldn't use the similar gimmick to copy the crown and stuff. Yeah. Okay. If anyone's interested in wanting to peep that, so I just wanted to check something. I will put the link in the description if you want to see the first time SIU's ever made or done the crown game. That's right there for you to peep. I reacted to it 2 years ago. Yeah. Okay, cool. Good chapter in my opinion. Really hoping Urek meets the heart. I'm here for it. I want to see it. SIU been drawing bad biddies lately. I don't know. I was okay with it. I enjoyed it. I think we spent the chapter too long with Urek and the princess stuff. That would be my only critique. I think that's fair. Bam was unhinged in the previous version of TOG. He was a little different. He was a little different personality wise. Yeah. So this is a different kind of test. I almost feel like we're merging the last examination with the crown game. Is anyone getting that feeling, that inclination? And does Mazino get the pass just by beating Danzon, or does he have to still beat him and come do the test, the crown game? Which I want to know. Food for thought. All very interesting things for us to consider and think moving forward. Now, I'm still gonna make this its own video for the people, because I'm starting to understand my audience has different types of like Tower of God fans that consume my content. Some people like the more bite-sized videos that I do. So I want to talk about Bam's control versus Urek'S wild raw power. And I want to know which one you guys find most impressive. Let me read the comments first and we'll circle back. Just got here. Have you talked about how the princess went from fearing Danzon's voice to clowning Rehab, Danzon's boss, in like 4 chapters? The inconsistencies are starting to be paper cuts with this. I was surprised that her and Mazino made this face at the very, hold on. Ooh. Let's go to the very top. Cause I'm sure you mean this. When he's like, come down, you're not on my level. And they both looked like, bro, what did he just say? Like, she's like, bro, I could pack you up, which makes me think, like, is she a lot stronger than she's letting herself seem? I don't think she's actually ranker level, so I don't think she could beat Rehab, but I don't know. Maybe she just doesn't like the disrespect because she's a princess. I'm not sure. With the spinoff, what's good, my boy? I'm good, man. How you been? You just blissed the chapter. How you feel about it? You liked it? It does feel like the last examination is season 1 now. Of season 1, if you mean. Yeah, Bam, greater than Urek. I've seen enough. I remember the crown game being more of an optional test that will let the winner progress to the next floor early. Technically, no one needs to win to continue. They just need to not die. But that was an additional test they added, I think, right? I think for this version of this climb, they have to take it. I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying, though. Maybe she knows Urek'S is above Rehab's level. Secretly, deep down, I do think the only reason Bam had good control of Shinsu was because he didn't have Urek'S power, and he had way more time to practice controlling Shinsu. It was some setup. I like it. I feel it. If she was high ranker level, wouldn't she be more known than Adori? Clearly not. That's a good point. I think Urek and the princess just don't take Rehab seriously. Don't find him intimidating. Niggas be fake demons. Okay. I tend to be a person who's impressed with somebody's level of control over their sheer raw ability or talent. To put this into like a more human, normal perspective, you could be an athlete at the age of 16 who can dunk from the free throw line. You're 6'5", could dunk from the free throw. You're fast as hell, could run 100 meters in like 10 seconds or whatever. You got a lot of crazy natural abilities as a basketball player. You're athletically gifted. But conversely, you might meet somebody who's slow-footed, can't jump, is not particularly fast or strong, but they're very skilled. Great handles. Great shooting touch, patient, able to get you in the air with a lot of pump fakes and stuff like that, like crafty. I find that more impressive. So I am actually saying that I find Bam's ability to control a baang with literally like one lesson to be more impressive than what Mazino is doing right now, because he still can't control it. Granted, I agree with what you said, Star Destroys. I think it's because he has so much raw power, it's harder to control. If he was maybe Bam's level when he came in, but was still like an irregular and a luminous one, it might have been easier. But I tend to lean towards control. Yeah, Hulk can rage out versions of Hulk. I'm talking like World Breaker and stuff like that. Like not like Mr. Fix-It, like the Hulks that merge Bruce Banner and the Hulk and the ones that are more cerebral. Like Hulk is pissed and he's raging and he has no sense of control, but you can't really stop him. Give me Superman. He may not have the upper limits of rage and strength that thing could get to, but he has precision with his heat vision. He will analyze your skeletal structure to see how much damage you can take to the point he can pull back the forces of his punch. I've always find characters like that to be far more intriguing than the ones who can just clap and blow up the earth or whatever the case may be. Do you agree or not? I guess is my question. Also, I think Urek and the princess just don't take Rehab seriously, find him intimidating. Maybe they think his outfit is too goofy. Rehab is a fake demon. No one to take him seriously. He's cosplaying Traumerei. Hansung added the crown game for Bam to meet Rachel in the original. Yes. It's just SIU throwing away power scaling. It's best to just throw logic out the door. Cause you can still feel a rancor's pressure unless the princess is autistic. Hey, chill on us autistic people. Chill on us. Urek'S started taking it more seriously after he devoured his light Shinsu. Yes, we're going to talk about that in more detail soon. I am more curious about what the shining power Urek'S talked about. I don't think it's coming yet. My boy Bam is Jokic? Yes. That boy is nice. Shout out to the Nuggets. Number one, most people think that the tower and the outside are on different time zones, so to speak. That got me thinking, what if Phantom Minim had children and descendants? For example, Karaka, Servant Pokken. I think Karaka is more connected to Zahard and looks like Wagnan, in my opinion. Pokken, I'm not sure. But you think he may have had offspring in the tower? That's interesting. I also don't think the princess has a reason to fear Rehab, since I don't think he could do anything directly to a Zahard princess. Maybe Urek never went 100% because it would destroy floors or the tower. Maybe it's not that he wants to control it, but fears what it could do to the environment. That makes sense. The reason Urek is stronger from the get-go is that Urek knows his true self from the beginning, while others discover their true self in the rice pot. Even more so the case for Bam, who was a blank slate. People exaggerating Urek'S power now. Number two, he kind of looks like him, and he's a living, talking shadow. Case in point, the Smallville episode where Lana got Clark's abilities. Zero self-control. There you go. I see no point in comparing Bam at the beginning and Urek at the beginning. Bam was dead and had been in a cave for a long time without light and possibly food. He was weaker than anyone. Fair. I do hope we see Urek use his outside shining powers sooner rather than later. I might crash out if he teases one more time. My bad, I didn't know Naya. No, you good. I don't know. Okay, fair enough. Okay, so how do we feel about Mazino saying if Rehab actually is connected to the people, connected to the people who can devour light, the ones who swallow. Let me just find the panel here so I can just code it properly. Because he starts to eat his Shinsu and he says, blah, 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 beady, 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 boo. The light is getting dimmer. That power is similar to that of those who devoured the light. That Shinsu of light is disappearing. Then he basically says, you're nothing in this place, Urek Mazino. What's going on? Why is that guy using a power similar to those who devoured the light? If he's somehow related to Phantom Minim, I'm not going to keep watching and taking this or treating this as a game, is what he says. So to me, it almost is Urek'S insinuating if he really wanted to use his shining ability and go all out, he can take this guy out. But he wants to play by the rules of the tower, and thus he's trying to use Shinsu. You know? I want to read the other translation too real quick. Okay, so here it also says this. Because this one's a little different. This one he says the light's turning into darkness. That power is almost like that of those who swallow light. Shinsu's light is disappearing. What is this? How come he has the same power as the one who swallowed the light? If he's even remotely connected to Phantom Minim, I won't go easy on him anymore. What do you think? What do we think? Why did Bam wake up as a teen in the cave when he was supposed to have died as a baby? I don't know how long he was there. But Bam was like infantile looking at the very least. He wasn't like a grown man. I think Urek will lose his Luminous 1 power against Rahab. Rahab needs to go to rehab. I think Urek is just finding a pattern that isn't there. Might still make him crash out though. Okay. Urek probably has experience hunting the followers of Phantom Minim. Did he actually wake up as a baby and was raised by our lead until he became a teen, but then somehow something happened and his memories were erased and Rachel was chosen to raise him again? It's possible, Mohammed. I think control is important and very impressive, but Bam couldn't really use the baang at all in combat in any way until he got a couple of weeks of wave control training, so I think it's a bit unfair to compare the two. Okay. All right. Maybe I'm overstepping there. I'm not saying. Maybe I was wrong to do that. I apologize. Thousands of years passed for Bam, so he grew up at this point in time anyways. He wasn't a baby. He was raised on the floor of death for some time. I think it's a coincidence. It's probably just a coincidence that there's multiple characters with the Shadow Shinsu attribute, unless it's revealed those characters are also related to Phantom Minim. I think there's either a similar power system outside or Urek is right. Because originally I thought maybe his power, Shinsu quality, just devours things or absorbs them. But Bam's Darkness Shinsu is the only thing I can recall ever really having that property to it. And Rahab is obviously doing something. Like he's planning, he's scheming, he's trying to find a strong batch of regulars. So I was wondering if maybe he was doing something underhanded that actually relates to outside the tower. And that's why we have this. By the way, please like the video. Like the video, please. Drop a like for your boy. But I need more information. I just need more. Do you think Urek with Shinsu and Luminous powers is over Jihad and Enryu? Jihad, maybe. Enryu, the jury's still out. I still think Enryu could possibly be the second strongest person to ever enter the tower. On some like Phantom Minim than Enryu. If you asked me, I would put my money on Mazino for the time being. It's because I've seen more. And if I see what the Luminous 1 abilities really does and it's something crazy, might have to invest even more stocks. But for the time being, I'm still of the opinion if Mazino and Enryu fought, and after the fight it said Mazino won, I wouldn't be shocked. If Enryu won, wouldn't be shocked. If it was a draw, wouldn't be shocked. Inconclusive, wouldn't be shocked. Like no outcome would make me go, Nani? I'll just be like, okay. Then I'll just want the fight stats to break down so I can make sense of what happened, if that makes sense. Let me see, where was I? Bam Resurrected is more related to Phantom than Rehab Bum. I agree. My headcanon is that when you manipulate Shinsu, it can be affected by your emotions, and the test supervisor is a greedy, evil bastard like Fanta, so Urek caught the same vibe. Okay, I feel it. That'll be interesting. When do you think SIU thought of this new Darkness, Light, Luminous 1, and Phantom lore? Whatever he decided that after season 3, when he ended it, he was going to do a spin-off of Urek Mazino. I think it came around that time. That could have been a year ago, recently. Maybe he's been planning it since he knew he was going to wrap up when he came back from their most recent hiatus. That's my best guess. It's interesting SIU thought of this new Darkness, Light, Luminous 1, and Phantom. It's interesting that Rahab has a Shinsu quality that could swallow light, but I can't theorize anything without more information of the fake demon. I'm with you on that. Urek over Zahard is still cap, equal at best. I put my money on Zahard. Urek a B. A. Enryu cough would kill Urek. Enryu's cough. That's crazy. A lot of people say what made Enryu so different is just him having the thorn. If Zahard had the thorn, he would have been able to beat admins as well. Okay. Enryu entered the tower as already able to do things with Shinsu that others weren't capable of. That's one of his mysteries. It is. Who said so? Author? Nah. Some speculating gossipers. Based on the start of the Urek'S story, plus light being portrayed as the opposite of darkness and swallowing light, I'm guessing the shining power will let him manifest some light clones constructs. Borsalino? And I also wonder if like the Ray Barracuda and throwing Shinsu at light speed relates to his luminous one of powers at this point. I don't think that was at the beginning. I think they called him the Ray Barracuda because ray of light, light speed, throwing it at light speed. Ray Barracuda, keeping the whole divine sea creatures kind of, theme going on. But I need more. I need to know more. I'm not working with enough info yet to really make my thoughts concrete. And just being fast, I guess. Because some people think this. Let me pull it up for you. Give me a second, y'all. It's going to take me not too long to find it, but I have to do a little search. Season 2. No, this is before. This is before. This is still before. There we go. Should be around here. Yes. I think this is the chapter. I remember him standing on the blood bubble like this. No, this isn't. It's not this part yet. Nah, come on. Sorry, give me a second. I'm looking for the part in the floor of death where he defeats Helljo, like actually. With cause people were saying that he thinks that if Helljo removed the ability to use Shinsu, and only Bam can use it, and if Urek threw a thing at him. Okay, right here, boom. Like around this part, right? I think he says he needs his help. This thing's gonna hold on. Let me see something, baby. To blow itself up. The thing's gonna blow if we handle it the wrong way. We have to control it with it's saying we have to control it with Shinsu. You're the one who can control Shinsu here. You have to do it for me. Make a little crack for me to create a single shot. It has lost its host, so it won't be able to completely use its power. You can do it, right? But how? An explosion like that is way more Shinsu I could control. He starts to do it with the thorn. This power, isn't this what the Great 10 family leaders used? He's there looking at it. Oh my lord. Then he makes the pathway for him to like hop on the bubble and stuff. Did it already happen? Right here. People think that right here there's a crack now. So long, Red Thressa. Like, they think this is a luminous ability, not a Shinsu attack. What do you guys think? You think there's any credence to that? You think that makes any type of sense? Okay, anyways. Sorry. Alright, peace out, Kel. Take care, brother. Sorry. Alright. It's not some gossipers. We saw Bam use Shinsu even though Urek couldn't. That was thanks to Bam having the thorn. So maybe the thorn actually what made the difference. Light power is chaos. It's disorders from the order of darkness. The chaos to the cosmos. Honestly, with Urek having this luminous power and Laura, Loki think Enryu would have some problems, and Zahard might have something in his pocket as well to even the scales. We saw Gustang use Shinsu too. Urek just a bum. It's a lot of Urek hate coming from you, Kel. You okay? What did he do to you? Who told him not to learn Shinwan Ryu? It is possible that a fully assembled Thorin can give much more power than 4 fragments individually. Agreed. Anyone seen the series Kekaishi? Urek making some light barriers to trap and annihilate people would go pretty hard. Nah, I think Urek and Bam and Naruto and Sasuke have the verse. Zahard is just Obito, Phantom is Madara, and Ryu won't stay on top forever. I do think it's a conversation between the 3 on who is stronger, but I agree with your take. If SCU tossed out the Axis lore, he may also be in the conversation for Phantom Venom. True. Alright, peace out, take care, yo. Actually, I think after Bam climbs the tower and devours all the Shinsu in the tower to gain the ultimate power to defeat Fanta, Enryu, and all the other Shinsu users will be powerless noobs except Urek. True. Maybe. I don't think it's evidence one way or the other. It's your goat's SIU's birthday tomorrow, Naya. Oh, happy early birthday, slave in utero. Also, do you think RDA Han used the Shinwan Ryu when he fought Urek, as he did recognize the technique? Maybe. I don't see why not. Man, I missed some of the art from Season 2. The current art style ain't bad, but Season 2 is just special. I'm with you. Just looking at it, I'm like, yeah, this is definitely my favorite Tower of God style of art for sure. The bit of the sketchiness and everything. Yeah, I'm with you, totally. I do not disagree in the slightest. But yeah. Even though I'm hyped for the Urek'S Xenoff, it should have been Ja Wagner. Do you think he'll still get one maybe? Or maybe a lot of focus in Season 4? Is that possible? Or do we have to just give up on the Pokemon Master getting the due shine he was promised and deserved? And deserved. Happy birthday to SIU. Now get back to work. Would Arya Han change his loyalty to Bam if Bam defeats him 10 times in a special test like Zahar did him? Maybe, or at least be very interested in his potential and final form output when he's fully realized. Hopefully, bro, the future king of the tower, he must shine. I'm here for it. I'm happy because Mazino is my favorite irregular. I think sometimes people think Mazino is like one of my like top 3 favorite characters. He's my top 10. Just out of every irregular, he's been my favorite since the stuff with Hell Joe to Bam. That's when I'm like, I like this guy. Like out of every irregular I've met, he's my favorite so far. It's like saying like Law's not my favorite character, but like my favorite pirate captain, if you will. You know what I mean? Wagner will make his comeback in Season 4. I think V is his sword target. Oh. Y'all need to give him that bum Wagner. It's Urek'S season. Would Arya Han really be loyal if that's all it took for him to change what we followed? I don't know. Maybe he respects strength. It's like a samurai code thing. Do you know Rimuru from Tensura? His power is very similar to Bam. I'm not familiar with the character or the series, honestly. So no, I don't. I'm not. Just King, what did I miss? What are we talking about? We talked about a lot. Just about everything, honestly. We talked about the devouring power that Rahab has and Urek being like, if that's related to Phantom, I'm getting you out the paint. We talked about his Shinsu control with the Baang. Compared it to Bam learning from Lore and Lopo being a Ren and Ho being jealous of him. Neo possibly being the new version of Ho, but I don't think that's the case. But some people thought that was possible. We spoke about the princess reacting to Rehab like, you're a fake demon. Evelyn and the animal control situation. I called PETA on that ranker. We talked about Mr. Liu possibly being the one who's packed up, but maybe there's more versions of him or clones or something. Maybe that's not the same Mr. Liu. You know what I mean? But yeah. You said, all right, peace. Hopefully you get your money back from the government bums. They said I'll get it back in like 4 to 6 days, but I'm still upset about it. Giant no bum. He the real come up story. Rimuru is Bam on steroids. What series is that? Is it a webtoon? Is it a manga, manhua, manhue? What is that? Urek will kick V out of Bam from outside while Bam kick him out from the inside. Ban and Meliodas versus the Demon King from Seven Deadly Sins and Natsuno Taizaya. I got your example. I feel it. Don't know if you guys talked about it already, but I don't really F with Urek'S statement about the guy Shinsu ruins the Bam's darkness theory. I think Rehab Shinsu ability just destroyed the Shinsu. I think Mazino was looking at it a different way because of how it looks aesthetically. That's my best guess. It's a light novel to anime manga. Ooh, light novel. What's it called again? Rimuru. Rimuru Tempest? Oh! I recognize this blue-haired character actually. I've never watched it or read it or anything, but I recognize the MC. This is familiar. This is familiar to me. Okay. Okay, cool. You guys think I like it or not? Is Rimu is a slime from the time I got reincarnated as a slime. It's a slime anime. Thank you. Isekai manga. Tensuda is originally a web novel. It just got an anime adapted, just ongoing. I would like to see how Bam passes Aria Han's test on the 100th floor, but since Bam is now being hunted, I don't know if it will be or not. I think it could still happen. The time I got reincarnated as a slime. It's a power system, basically magic acting as elements atoms. You think I'd enjoy it? I've heard I'd like slime. It's technically on the list already, so. You think I should read the light novel, though, instead of the anime? Do you think the anime does a good job adapting the light novel? It's plagued by some standard anime icks, but good overall. Okay, that made perfect sense to me. That literally made perfect sense to me, Han. I'm with you on that. Okay, let's begin to wrap up. First and foremost, what would you guys rate this chapter out of 10 if you had to rate it out of 10? I'm going to go with the same score as chapter 9 for the time being. I'm going to go with the 7.5. The light novel is much better. I agree with you. Low-key, I don't think the slime would move you that much, but it's all right. Okay. Speaking of Bam taking tests, do you think he'll take Kunademon's test? Yes. Is it just a power fantasy? Okay. Maybe I'll just give it a shot. I'll try it out and see how much I like it. Maybe I'll get the first volume, maybe read a few chapters, then maybe watch the first episode or two and see how it does it. I haven't gotten into a new light novel since I got into what's the last light novel I got into series? Was it Oregaru? No, I don't think it was. What's the series with Hachiman called again? Hachiman? Oregaru Snafu? It might have been that. I think was that the last one I got into? Anyways. I don't know. Okay, 7.5, we're in transitional phase. I'm going to give it an 8, 7. Toaru. No, a certain magical index is the second one I got into. Axel World. No, I'm a liar. The first light novel I ever read in the history of my life was Death Note, Another Note, The Los Angeles BB Murder Cases by Nisio Ishin. It's the case with Naomi and L versus Beyond Birthday, because when we met her and Ray Penber, she had said that she had already worked on a case with L before. That was about that case. Light novel series I got after that was Axel World with Kuroyuki Hime. That I read a few of, and then I got into Certain Magical Index. That in a Certain Magical Index, I own 20, like a lot of the volumes. But Monogatari is obviously my favorite if you've been here for a while. So yes. So yeah. The anime does have some nice crunchy sound effects though. Okay. 6.5 out of 10. Have I read The Lord of Mysteries? I have not, but I'm familiar with a lot of things that happened in it because some of my friends are into it. Kunagon's test is probably a party where you must drink as much alcohol as you can. Bam will beat Ed 1, though, because Bam has a limitless stomach. No, it's about Riz. It's a Riz test. Can you Riz up the baddies? Because we know how Kuna want to be moving. That boy is controlled by his meat. He just slinging. That's all he does is breed. It's literally what he does. It's not even a joke. It's not hyperbole.
He's like Zeus.
Yeah. But Zeus is a 69 god because he'll mate with anything as anything. Like I'm a seagull today. What is wrong with you? Zeus has never been right in the head. Okay, what's our favorite panel this week? I got 2. I got Mazino making the baang the first time. Like this one. I like this one. I got Mazino making the baang. Ain't no party like a Edouan party. Chill. Bam got the naive Riz though. They're like, yo, yeah, like I don't know what I'm doing, and they find it cute. Zeus be risen up a rock if it looked at him the right way. He really would. Yeah, so that one, and my second one is actually the princess and Mazino reacting to Rahab being a fake demon, and they're like, bro, who is he talking to? So yeah, one of those 2. Those would be my favorite panels of the week. What characters do you want to see Bam interact with more in season 4? I am from Jinsung, Hua Ryu, and Loose Leg, V, Yuri, and Masheni. Ha Jinsung, Loose Leg, and V for sure. And then I would say I would like him to meet another Slayer or like Slayer followers and like get a read on how they be moving. Favorite panel is Urek'S walking with the squad. That one's tough too. Do you think Hendo Lock has been retconned, or that the family head is already dead and just being kept a secret? Not yet. No. Just based off the stuff we got with Hansung Yu when Trauma Ray popped up and said, my friend is looking for you, and people have theorized that he belongs to the Hendo family. I think Hendo was coming. I think he's coming still. Bam will consume V sooner or later. Don't play with Bam's hunger. Favorite panel is Lou throwing the spear. It's a small and clear panel. I can see what's happening. Bam is a reactive character, like you said. I don't think he has the potential, but maybe no personality. Riz does exist. It does. It's a thing. I won't lie to you. That's work for me sometimes. We're like, I'm at a party. I don't really want to be there. I don't really talk to anybody. And like, I'm shy, so I don't hit on nobody anyways. And then they'll come to me like, why are you sitting over here by yourself? Oh my God. And then I get their whole friggin' autobiography for no reason, like I asked. But anyways, so it works. The naive Riz, the leave me alone Riz, to just sit down and I'm going to just be chill. It works sometimes. It's not always the loudest nigga in the room. Urek'S gonna spin back on Karaka. He gonna get shook. Do you think Dumas replaced Calivan's role in the story as a super strong high ranker Bam has to beat before we get to Adori and Loose Leg and family head level? Not necessarily. Because I think Calivan has a lot of opportunity to still get stronger. But as of right now, I would say he's usurped that role or is the number one person in that role. Also, Hendo, glad Mary exists. True, yeah. But do you think Bam's personality is locked away with his memories? Arlene did call him a monster before. Maybe his true personality is something different. Yes, totally possible. Especially if you think that his like the real Bam is still inside the resurrected God version of Bam. If you subscribe to that theory. What's everyone's favorite piece of dialogue? And then we're gonna wrap up. I kind of like what Neo said. Like Neo kind of like being like, surely he's a man loved by Shinsu, or like, this is ridiculous. Until 2 days ago, he wasn't even able to do a bang. How can this be? That moved me. It gave some people whole vibes. Like they thought like, oh, is he about to start hating? I don't think so, but he could be the closest thing we have to him on this floor. So yeah. So that's what I got. So yeah, man. Make sure you guys like the video. I'll say this: if SIU leans into the experience it takes to climb the tower, Malaga can still be a threat to Bam, but with his knowledge and strategy, even if Bam is more powerful, Hunter style. Neo being flabbergasted. He could have been like, I'm a genius. Then he saw a real genius and went, Neo is an uncrowned king. He just ran into his first generation of miracles. Boom. That's the analogy. That's the example. That's what happened. Uncrowned king. He was Tepe. The hand of the late passing ability he has. Stealing, whatever. He just saw Midorima hit 12 threes from Yucatan. As Anthony Edwards would say. Urek'S said his power got separated from him while he entered the tower. Do you think that he is case with Bam and he will get stronger if he will leave the tower? I think he's nerfed actually a little bit right now. I think he will gradually regain his Luminous 1 powers and be okay, but it could be like, he can only get 80% back because the tower is surrounded by darkness or something of the sort. I like Rahab enjoying his high horse while he's currently ignorant. I'm here for it. Haters gonna hate like I do on Wagnan. Calavan. Didn't they say Adori is the only one who defeated the ranker when she was just a regular? But that's the only maybe this was kept under wraps. It's not impossible. But I'm with you. As we know presently, only Adori has done that. And then Bam now. Will Urek defeat one or Urek doesn't count? Defeat what? A ranker? What if no one told anybody? I'm wondering if Bam will react to the fact that a huge bunch of people are turning him around like a doll in their game. I think Urek breaks all the records, so it doesn't count for first regulars to beat a ranker. Murisaki Bara just asked him if basketball is fun. You're right. That's a better example. You just picked him up and said, you still having fun? After cooking him. No one met, do you think that it's the case with Bam as well? No. If anything, Bam will get stronger if he's related to the primordial darkness. A la Phantom Minim. If anything, it'd be the opposite for him. He's boosted. Or maybe it's just a neutral thing. I don't know. But alright, y'all. If there's no more comments, questions, and concerns, I'm gonna wrap it up for today, for the week. Hopefully we get these on Tuesdays again. So I'll do it on a Wednesday. But I actually do have a couple of things I need to get to. I also haven't eaten for the day, and I'm still mad at the government. So I am going to be heading out, but I think the tower is only temporarily able to contain Urek'S abilities from the outside, because he did say he was gradually getting stronger. I don't think a regular beating Rehab could be kept under wraps, to be honest. His position is too important. So maybe he doesn't beat Rehab. Maybe he beats Danzon in that secluded area and tells the administrator, don't tell nobody, and just comes back to the crown game like nothing happened. It's possible. Are you aware Phantom Midnight betrayed the darkness? Yes, I am. I am aware. Totally aware. He said, when the darkness called him back, he said, oh, nah. Freedom, freedom, freedom. But yeah, see you guys next week. Stay tuned for tomorrow's video. Join the Patreon if you haven't. We got some exclusive content. We got early access content if you guys want to join and slide through. Some Kubero stuff here too. Ooh, what's that? What's that? What's that? Look at that. Look at all of these. Look at all of these. Look at all this content locked behind. Early access and exclusive. You want to see me live react to Legend of Shao Hey? Fog Killer 5 Elements Season 2, Season 1, some Bleach. I've been out here, man. I've been out here. Also, the one Tower of God video I wanted to do with they're named after soccer players and football players. Can only get it here because UEFA and FIFA do not play around with any of their footage. So yeah. Like the stream, yes. Like the stream. Revive Tiara. We need her. When does the Tiara spinoff come? the penmanship, the novelization of Tiara